All right, you guys are gold.
All right, let's do it.
Alrighty, what we're gonna do? All right, we're gonna take Chalmers Road down south to Jefferson and come back through the downtown. I guess that'll be the complete circle.
Okay.
Well, that actually, you know, the route. Yeah.
All right.
7 Mile and East 7 Mile in Gratiot area. This is one of the main conjunctions of the city for the east side of the people. You know, most people on the east side know that if you say 7 in Gratiot, it clicks in their head automatically that's
right.
That is the area that you can get any service in, you know, as far as transportation. You know, restaurants, you got the shopping malls, you got everything over here. This is the one-stop shop here on the east side. You have a lot of them. Connors, well, Connors kind of closed down a little bit. The shop's left over there, but this one here kind of like has more. Matter of fact, is that a GameStop over there? These kids been begging me, grandkids, they've been begging me to go over there to get one of those new games for them. I'm like, all right, one day. They probably took it away. Now, you see all the people waiting on the buses here? I don't know if you can see them over there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Right,
At least
right.
20 people. At least 20 people. They rely on the bus, y'all. These people in the city of Detroit rely on DOT to show up. And most people had to leave at least an hour or two before the scheduled time of being where they got to be at, because it takes that long. I picked up a girl one night at Mack and Gratiot. She was going eastbound on Mack to go to St. John's Hospital at Maross, right? Maross Road. Guess what she was trying to get to? Sunderland and West 7 Mile at Southfield. So you want to go all the way east to catch the 7 Mile bus to come all the way back to the west side. When she could have went to downtown and caught the Hamilton bus. Look at this one. The guy passes me over here on the double. See that? No respect for the road.
Wow.
I told you.
Wow.
It's Detroit. It's Detroit. Now the police, if they were out here patrolling like they should, like some of these areas, they would have caught that. But in that case there, that could have been road rage if I decided to go a little faster and then or whatnot. Who knows? There used to be a lot of stuff over here, apartments and all that, stores. There was a barbershop here, liquor store here.
Now these empty fields, were there stores?
Some were stores and some were homes.
During the riots?
Some were homes, some were apartments. Right here was a big apartment. That apartment probably was built in the 40s or 50s, but it didn't last long.
And all these empty fields are...
All these empty fields.
They were...
Yeah.
Was that during the riots or was that after the riots?
After, just way after. It's like 2006, 7, 5, and 9, and 10, and 11. This neighborhood deteriorated real quick. Around 2005, this neighborhood still had at least 70% of all the buildings around, the homes and everything. But then about 2017, they came through and just started tearing them all down. I mean, at night you couldn't go down one of these blocks. I wouldn't go down one of these blocks.
Yeah. Dangerous?
You know? I mean, I would, but you never know. You might get a puddle from a broken main that got concrete open where your car can go down in the ditch. Seriously, I've seen it. Oh yeah, I went down the block and I saw all that water and I said, I'm gonna go through it, and I got up on there, my front tires went down deeper. I backed up out of there. Wasn't going across. Right. I don't know what was under there. This is a bad area. This used to be an area for prostitution. They got it cleaned up a little bit now. But at night, they still come out a little bit. But they cleaned it up a little bit. You know, but some of these girls, they come out here and still try to, you know, walk the streets. Now that apartment building, I believe that one is abandoned. That was a good one there. That's just sitting there. He's waiting on, I don't know. They're probably going to end up tearing that one down.
What have you seen the difference in, I know in the late 80s and the 90s, there were a lot of crack corners and a lot of stuff and a lot of crack homes where dealers were selling out of crack.
I mean, the neighborhood's still the same.
Has that changed much, or?
Still the same. I mean, as far as that, you know, I mean, the drugs are being sold all over. I can't just say it's just sold in the bad neighborhoods. They sold in good neighborhoods.
Right.
You know, I've seen it happen. I've seen the, you know, the Lyft, the Uber, the cab business. They transport. You know, everybody's out there transporting.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, when I had a, I was.
Do you ever have somebody call you and say, "Hey, I want to go pick up a little bag of weed"?
Well, they don't call you and say that. They get in here and then they just tell you they're going to do something else.
And they say, "I got to run to this house for a minute."
Yeah, but you know, you already know what they're going to do.
Uh-huh.
But you just don't let them know that, because see, once you let them know, then they got a problem with you. You know, like, oh yeah, you think you know it all? No, you don't know. I know what's going on in the city. You know, it's not only the poor black, it's everybody. Foreign guys, I've seen Chinese, Mexicans, I've seen them all. They want that. They want that stuff out there. They say, hey, they come to Detroit for it, I guess. I don't know. I mean, what? Because we need the water? You know, I don't know how that works. You know, the more inland you is, the harder it is to get, right? But you near the border, the water, you can get anything you want. So you ask yourself, you know, I see it all, man. You know, with Lyft, I complained to Lyft about being a mule to one of the customers. She was a model downtown, and she rode Lyft all the time. And one day I observed something. That's a Lyft right here in front of us, y'all. There he is, right there. You can see it in the window.
Right.
Yep. And I heard the conversation. So she made a phone call and then changed the route on the app. So I told her, I said, well, hold it. Somebody else was paying for your fee, so you want to change, you got to, you know, confirm with him first. So she had a problem with it. So can you sit at this alley and, you know, until I come back? I told her I couldn't do it. So I closed her out. They deactivated me, said I left her. But I told them that she was going to pick up drugs. Yep. And then they activated me back. Yeah. But they said I should have told them that. But I didn't know she was going to do that. I didn't know. I know this $900 being involved. So I knew something was going on. You want me to pull up an alley at an apartment building in the ghetto? I didn't want to do it. So I knew then that, you know, that's what it was.
When was that? 2016? Or?
Yeah, that was doing the Lyft thing. That was when they had started deactivating me. You know, because I started turning down some of those runs that I knew that wasn't right. You know, I was being real strict in my car. You know, I didn't want just anybody in that car, you know. But Uber and Lyft would say, hey, you pick up who we send to you. That's how they would word. And I found out how to break it down. Yeah, I found out how to break it down with